चलिए, today let's address this particular question. We are always jumbling through Dikshit diet, 2 times eating, and Divekar dad eating every 3 hours. What to follow? Well, Dikshit diet has been going around. I'm seeing people doing it. I've invested 2.5 hours of my life for listening to it. How your body is going to make same amount of insulin no matter what you eat. Well, everything works. Everything works because when you are assertive about what to eat, when you are assertive about wanting to lose weight constantly, that itself is going to give you results. Even if you add a little sugar after your meal, 1 spoon of sugar, just by thinking that okay, this is good, somebody has told you, even that will work. What is working? The programming is working. That you wanting to lean down, that programming, that thought process is working. So the yoga is working. Is the sugar working? Definitely not. So this is a very smart machine. Give it simple sugar, it will convert it into many other things. Give it simple carbs, it will still try to derive all the nutrition out of it, vitamins out of it. So this smart machine, I personally don't believe will make a chemical without requirement, and definitely not in a particular amount. You think of a turmeric, you think of a green mango, think about a lemon squeezing, biting by your teeth, immediately your body will start making particular kind of juices. It will immediately, the chemical factory will jump and start making particular chemicals. It happened to you right now as you thought. Give it a thought. Bite in an imaginary lemon. Feel the sourness. Immediately there are chemical reactions. So this smart machine, do you think will make the same chemicals if you are eating a Karela, bitter gourd, or you are eating a gulab jam, some dessert? Will this make the same chemical if you are eating just one peanut or you are eating a kg of it? I strongly disagree on this particular aspect, that your body makes chemicals at particular time. Body clock I can understand, but wristwatch and body together, I don't agree there that your body will make the same chemicals. It will not. It will understand what has come in, how much has come in, and accordingly your body will make chemicals, enzymes to digest that particular thing. So it will know what you have eaten, it will know what is to be derived out of it, it will know what is to be thrown away. All the excess will be thrown. Based on this particular diet plan, if at all, it was such that only once your body is making this chemical, half a liter I heard your body makes, according to this diet, at a particular time, in a particular window. So you can eat all you want in that particular window. My friends, supposing one day you skip to eat in that particular window, the insulin shoots up, there is no food, there is no sugar. Do you collapse down because there is no energy, there is no food? If we, based on this particular diet, your body should simply give away. It should simply collapse because so much of insulin, no sugar, so nothing to break. What's going to happen? So this is why I personally do not I'm not convinced by this kind of diet. Secondly, there is another name mentioned here, Divekar, very famous name. Of course, the celebrities are doing it. Well, for people whom only body is everything, it makes sense to eat very little or nothing at all, or wonder food, magical fruits are nowadays a fad going on. See, this different kind of fads are going to keep popping up. Once upon a time, all of a sudden we started seeing that corn is so healthy. Everywhere, in everything, there is corn. Healthy breakfast, they sell you in the advertisement, it's corn. Now the same people tells us that, oh, corn might not so be so healthy, the sugar level rises and this happens and that happens. The same people who told us for a little while ago that soybean and everything, soya. Even they started extracting milk from soya, even paneer came soya. Now they say, this might be cancerogenic. So these fads are going to come. There is a pattern to this. I have noticed this. They come and they go. So what is a smart diet? Ask your machine, ask your system what you need. Your body will talk to you. It will give you clear requisitions that it needs protein, it needs milk, it needs fiber. You have to watch your system. Be alert, be awake. This or that. A yogi should not entertain too much thoughts about this, about what to eat. So too much healthy eating. I say people orthodoxic all the time. They don't know when to stop. So the yoga is not happening. Watching the health is nice. Eating healthy is good. But how much to do is also yogic. That balance is also necessary. Eating every 3 hours. Why? Again, the same logic. Because the body makes chemicals, you have to put in something. You are just overstressing the machine. Eat when you are hungry. Drink when you are thirsty. That is the simple diet tip that I can give. You are putting your machine to so much overwork, putting in things that it does not want, getting convinced by somebody else what you want. Your body is telling you, and see a mongoose passing. So your body is telling you it needs green. It's going to crave for it. So the food has to be in sync with the requirements, not convinced by the advertisements, not only by knowledge. You body knows best. Follow the craving of your body. Eat accordingly. Veg, non-veg is a complete different topic. We'll take it some other time. For now, eat what is required. Cut what is not required. Normal food, you don't have to order chia seeds online. This wonder food. We always had tukum rai in our diet. Tukum rai is your basil seeds. Tulsi ke beej. A little better version of chia. Put it in water, works the same, looks the same, feels the same, higher amount of protein with the goodness of the tulsi. You will only wait until the Americans come and tell you this, and until the Amazon starts selling them in an exorbitant amount of price. Tukum rai could be our own version of your wonder food. High amount of protein, less on the cholesterol and all those things, all the niceness of basil. Why not? So let's get back to the roots. Eat what is available around. Eat seasonal. Eat what is required by the body. Eat only as much as required. If you are not hungry, it's okay not to eat. If you are feeling hungry, you are already delayed, you have already overlooked the requirement of the body. It does not happen that you suddenly become so hungry that you cannot compromise and you can eat anything. Your body starts knocking. Okay, maybe food time. Okay, now maybe I'm ready to eat. Start planning the food. See what's around. Compare the availability or compare the want with your intellect. You feel like eating a pani puri, please go ahead. But first, have some discussion with your intelligence. You are hungry and there is nice pedha in front of you. You have no problem with the sugar. That's okay to eat it. That is what I call the yogic diet. Your desires should be in sync with your intelligence. Your intelligence should approve your desires. And then you can go ahead, fulfill your desires. Those pedhas, they are not made for animals, they are made for us. If your body needs it, please have it. Do whatever it takes to keep yourself fit. Eat whatever it takes to keep yourself fit and healthy. What you are buying right now, you are spending 700 rupees on something which has the same things which the same people say that this is poison. I'm talking about maida. I'm talking about the cheese. I'm talking about the pizza. Ask yourself, is it going to give you long-term feel good, or is it only 30 minutes delivery guaranteed and only soothing until you are swallowing it? What happens after it is in the stomach? You start dealing with it. Your stomach is in stress, your body is in stress, your pocket is in stress, that's a different story. But now you have put your body in trouble. It's going to struggle with this food. I don't know how long. Do you need it? Maybe one bite was okay. How much do you need? That much you should eat. Now your body is struggling to digest. Now compare the same with a nice green vegetables, cook something nice. I'm not saying, you see, healthy doesn't have to be boring. There's a misconception here. The moment you attach healthy to anything, your brain starts telling you that, oh, that is sad, non-tasty, boring food. Come on. Healthy is going to be very, very interesting food because you'll eat for the effect of it. The way it feels, long-term happiness, less stress on the stomach, less stress on the body. Give it a try. Eat when you are hungry. You can skip when you don't feel hungry. Your body is telling you you're not hungry, you don't need food. That's okay. In my last video, I have told you about how to eat for the future and not for the past. I will not repeat it here. You will have to go back and do it.